yeah, welcome me in H-Town. You are now tuned in to The Solid Grip, coming to you live at 5, no time for jive. You understand me? Remember one thing before you open your ears up, that this show is the flavor for your wings, the gravy for your mashed potatoes, the barbecue sauce for your ribs, and sugar for your Kool-Aid, not your tank. Don't get it twisted or misconstrued. All right? Now, today we got some sizzling hot things to talk about. We want y'all to open your ears, listen to what we got to say. I'm your host, J.R. Wilson, alongside me, my father, Ping Wilson. Pop, how you doing over there?
Hey, Rich, I'm doing great. Just want to say before we get too started in the show too deep that if you can see my T-shirt, we finally got our T-shirts done. And with me being an Uber driver, I'm going to have a magic word every day. So if I'm fortunate enough to be your driver that day, I'm going to lead you into that magic word. And if you do, you'll get one of these Solid Grip T-shirts. Also, my bill, my cap, okay? This is in honor of the Pittsburgh Crawfords of the Old Negro League, who last week celebrated 100 years, okay? They used to be called the Crawford Colored Giants, but they were, in the end, the Pittsburgh Crawfords. So got a little gear on and stuff. I don't have any more of these hats and stuff, but I got plenty of these T-shirts. So if you say that magic word while you in my vehicle and stuff, you'll get one of these T-shirts.
All right, man. Something to look forward to for all y'all that jumping the ride with Mr. Ping Wilson. But look here, man, before we jump the show off, we want y'all to share this link with your people, with your partners, with your family, and subscribe to this channel. All right, and keep us going live at 5 so we can continue to give our expert analysis on all things sports. You understand me? So let's get straight off into this thing, Pop. You know, ain't no reason to play with it, but to stay with it. All right. So NBA playoffs, they're underway. All right. And there are some wonderful things happening in the NBA playoffs that we haven't got an opportunity to talk about because it's been a whole week that has gone by. But in particular, the Lakers, Clippers, and Rockets. Now, I want to start with the Lakers. A lot of people are, everybody always got something to say about LeBron James. And here's the thing. I don't agree with everything that LeBron James says or does, but you have to agree with one thing. He is a baller, okay? This whole GOAT talk about, him saying he's the GOAT and all this. Look, man, he's one of the greatest of all time, just like Wilt Chamberlain is one of the greatest of all time, just like Bill Russell is one of the greatest of all time. Okay, he's one of the greatest. Is he the greatest? Hey, that's a point of argumentation that has to be perpetual for all sports fans. That's the whole reason why we talk about it. So let's talk about it. Okay, LeBron James, everybody thought, oh, no, he lost to the Portland Trail Blazers in the very first game. First of all, Portland is on fire. Okay, they're a scary team to play right now. Damian Lillard, he's on a whole nother level right now. CJ McCullough playing lights out. And another boy, I can't pronounce his last name, okay? And so they're doing well right now. But now, what do you have? It is CJ McCollum is playing through an injury, 1. 2, Dame Lillard, I think he dislocated his finger, okay? So, yes, they're having some issues now on that side. But here's the thing. Even if they wasn't having none of those issues, we're talking about LeBron James right now. We're talking about the king, okay? Do you think that he's not going to persevere and turn that switch on, the same switch that Kobe Bryant and Michael Jordan has? I think you better think something different if you don't think that, because he will. Okay, so all you people out there hating on LeBron, I'm telling you right now, LeBron is nothing to play with. Now, here it is. I'm a Rockets fan, Houston Rockets to the core. But, man, I picked the Lakers to win the whole thing because as long as you got LeBron and he's in the rare form that he's in, he's going to make noise. Pop, what you think about that?
Yes and no, Rich, and this is where I'm coming from with that situation. At 35 years old, LeBron can still go out and get numbers offensively.
Right.
I mean, he can get 50, he can get 20, he can get 20. The thing that bothers me is that in the first game of the series, he had 23, 17, and 15, and they still lost. Everybody around LeBron has to step up. Okay,
right.
Kuzma has to step up. All your guards have to step up, and Anthony Davis got to play like he's one of the top 5 players in the league. If that doesn't happen, Rich, it's gonna be tough. Even if they get out of this Portland series, which I think they will, because Portland's injured. But when you move on, and I think they may get the Rockets in the second round. I'm not sure, but whoever it is in the second round, everybody has to step up. It's asking too much of him to get 25 points, 17 rebounds, 15 assists, and then have to go out and guard a Dame Little or CJ McCollum. So, hey, fans, if those guys don't step up, you're going to be in a little trouble. Because, again, LeBron can get his numbers anytime. LeBron can get these same numbers 10 years from now, okay? But he has to have help if he's going to win a championship.
Right, precisely. And yes, he is in a bit of a trouble because the Lakers' perimeter defense is not all that good. But man, it's not. But when you have Anthony Davis and LeBron James, and you have Danny Green, who's a great shooter, his defense is subpar, is at best. But these guys are going to step up, and as good as Portland is playing right now, they are not going to beat the Lakers in a 7-game series. If you think that, you got to be outside of your rabbit mind. Okay. Now, moving on to the Clippers. Now, the Clippers, his thing, they're a formidable team, man. It's no way to it's cut and dry. They're a formidable team. They're gonna be very difficult to deal with. They're very difficult to dealing with the Mavericks having to deal with them right now. As young and as good as the Dallas Mavericks are, man, it's something about Kawhi. He got switched too, man, and he cuts on. And when he cuts that switch on, man, it's trouble. It's trouble for everybody. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's looking real good for the Clippers, man. Man, Pop, did you see that breakaway, man, that Kawhi Leonard had, man, yesterday, man, and just smashed the gas and then smashed on boys, man. He in rare form right now, man. But their defense is so good, man. It's so good that they're gonna be difficult to deal with. Pop, what do you think is gonna happen in this series between them and Dallas?
Well, again, I'm not making excuses, but the Clippers get a break too. Okay, game 1
right.
for Fingers. Okay, he got kicked out the game. Dallas was out. Okay, in this last game, Luka got hurt. So the Clippers are caught in a break because let me tell you, those young boys in Dallas and stuff been playing the Clippers off of their feet. So
right.
But it's going to take more than Kawhi in this second round, okay? As a matter of fact, Luke Williams is beginning to play well and stuff. That's going to help him. But Paul George can't be up and down, man. When you get to the Lakers, when you get whoever they get in the second round and stuff, hey, man, Paul George, you better mash on the gas, dog. Because if it's the Rockets and you playing like this, because you got to guard some people with the Rockets, man, okay? And I know we hadn't talked about them yet and stuff, but I think the Clippers will get by Dallas simply because with Dante really not being 100%, even if he plays tomorrow, he's not 100% and stuff, and he was giving them the business in them first couple.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I want to shout out, man, to Juan Pablo and Christian Garcia, man. I see y'all on here, man, watching us. We appreciate you, man. Angel, David, Orozco, man. If I messed your name up, man, I apologize, man. Anthony, appreciate y'all watching, man. Felice, Paolo, appreciate you, baby. Fernando, appreciate you for watching, man. Y'all keep on watching. Hey, share this link with your people, man. Share this link with your partners, man. Let them know we on here right now. And man, we finna fly off the rails, man. That's what we do with these solid grip, man. But yeah, man. So let's talk about the Rockets, right? That's what we really came here to do, man. We talk about the city of Houston, man. HOUSTON-TEXAS. Okay. The Rockets right now, they are in full control. They are in full control of the mothership. Okay. And I ain't gonna lie to you. I had doubts. I'm a true fan, man. I expect the worst and hope for the best. I had true doubts, man. And I felt like, man, Oklahoma City is a formidable team. Chris Paul is playing out of his mind right now. They got a lot of young guys over there that can make shots. They play good defense. But, man, it has been made clear they ain't got nothing for the Rockets, man. They ain't got nothing for what we coming with. It's just the plain, simple truth, man. What's going on? I see you out there, Allendale. Appreciate you for watching. Yeah, they don't have nothing for us. So am I predicting a sweep? No, I'm not predicting a sweep, Pop. But I definitely think there's a possibility you could pull that broom out, or what they use now on floors, the iRobot to sweep the floors. How you feel about that?
Let me tell you something. Houston, get ready. Okay?
Right.
Everybody criticized D'Antonio when he went to small ball. And
Right.
let's be honest. It wasn't looking really, really good at first, especially with the Rockets getting beat. I think one night, man, they played somebody, they got beat on the boards by 30. But let me tell you, man, with the people coming off the bench like Rivers and like Green, okay, and they're scoring. Daniel House got his confidence back. And I'm going to tell you something, man. When Young Rivers smashed that ball on Chris Paul, series over, okay? It is over. Oklahoma City, whatever, can pack their grips and whatever and head back, man. Because they took their cojones.
Yeah,
Rivers,
they did. Rivers, hey, I said this, Pop.
I said, hey, Chris, take this. You taught me this. Hey, it's over, man.
Hey,
over.
Pop,
you know,
I said this in my show.
On the bench cheerleading, okay? He on the bench, him and Russell and stuff, cheerleading. Rockets got this series. I mean, Oklahoma City may win one, but that's it. As a matter of fact, I think, hey, I got my broom right here. I think if they win today, Katie bar the door.
Yeah. Hey, you know, it's funny about that, man. I was talking about that in my show, how Austin Rivers, man, I have gained a whole nother different kind of respect for that young man. Okay. Because when he drove the lane, you just know Austin Rivers, he gonna put a little cute layup in. He drove the lane, man, and just yam. And I couldn't believe it. He went through there, man, pump fake, went through the lane, on him like that. And I was like, whoo, Austin Rivers. He fired up, man. You got to be fired up when you go off in the lane and then you do something like that. And you're right, Pop, I didn't even think about that. They took their cojones, they huevos right there in that play, man. Anthony James, man, appreciate you for watching, man. Camilo, appreciate you for watching. John Acosta, I see you. Land, thank you, man, for watching, man. Hector, appreciate you for watching. Yeah, man, but yeah, the Rockets, man, they got this thing sold up, man. There ain't no other way to say it, man. So, yeah, man, speaking about the city of Houston, man, let's get to these Astros. So, first of all, the Astros have been on an 8-game winning streak, and it's looking great, especially with us being hobbled. Okay, Jordan Alvarez, gone. Justin Verlander, gone. Roberto Osuna, gone. Michael Brantley, gone. George Springer, in and out. Alex Bregman, gone. Brad Peacock, gone. Will Harris, gone. Joe, I can't even think his name right now. Sidearm pitcher, gone. Joe Smith. Okay, so we've been hobbled. Yeah, we won 8 games in a row. Now, I know we lost to San Diego last night. Okay, we left too many men on base yesterday, but that's okay. The bats have come back alive, and the most important thing out of all of that is my boy Jose Altuve. Seems like he got out this slump he's been in for the last, really, the whole entirety of the season that we played so far. But right now, Pop, I'm hoping, man, with all of these people out there, we are able to sustain winning. I'm not expecting us to win the rest of the games in the season, but I am expecting us to be a formidable enemy towards any other opposition that's out there in Major League Baseball. How you feel about that?
All right, Houston, Texas, listen to me. I'm a New York Yankee fan of over 60 years. Over 60 years, okay? Last week when Dusty Baker was 7-10, every radio station in Houston, every TV and station in Houston, oh, he's too old and he's old school. Let me tell you something, Houston. Dusty Baker has forgotten more baseball than most of us know, okay?
Yeah.
And I'm a baby boomer, okay? Dusty Baker, tell the city of Houston how you like me now, okay?
Right.
He didn't know his kids. His kids didn't know him. And when he was making those mistakes early on, he was trying to figure out his team. Okay.
Yeah.
This is the same Dusty Baker who was a great player with the Los Angeles Dodgers, guys. This is the same Dusty Baker that was the manager of the Cincinnati Reds and the team in Washington. He's the same guy. Okay.
Right.
Just because he got a little snow in the mountain, don't mean ain't no fire in his furnace. So trust me, Houston, be a little patient with the baby boomers. Because we know what we're talking about. Okay. Hey, the Astros will be there. When the bell rings, they will be right there. Okay? They will be right there. So if they go on an 8-game losing streak, don't panic. Don't worry. Hey, Dusty gonna get them to come back. And you're right, Rich. Altuve wasn't hitting his weight. He's had 2 hits in the last 3 games. If he's not, trust me, don't worry about all the injuries you don't have. Because you know what? That little man can carry you. Okay,
Oh,
I have seen
Eddie.
him. This is the same Altuve that beat the big, tall lumberjack for the New York Yankees, Aaron Judge, out for the MVP. So Houston,
Right.
be a little patient, okay? You got a good ball club, okay? Jeff Luhnow put together a good ball club, and hey, Baker can't play no more. The players have to perform, okay?
Right.
So Houston, be patient. The Astros are okay.
Right. Shout out, man, to Honcho Shores, to Nita. Appreciate y'all for watching. Caesar, Raul, Wilmer, appreciate you. Giovanni, William Johnson, Anderson, Bravo, Angela Church. Thank y'all for watching, man. Y'all continue to watch. Hey, again, share this link with your people, with your partners, man. Let them know we on right now. And we live at 5. We live at 5, no doubt about it, man. But yeah, Pop, I'm very, very happy about what I'm seeing from the Astros. I was a little down on Dusty Baker too. I got the right. I'm a real fan. And I'm gonna be up some games and down some games. I'm gonna be up sometimes and down sometimes. But man, we want one thing in the city. We want to win. Point blank, period. Point blank, period. And if anyone that's watching this, if y'all feel me on that, man, you can give me an amen or whatever in the comment section, man. Let me know how you feel about how the Astros are looking right now, man. Get off in them comments. Let me know how you feel, man. We can chop it up about it. We can talk about it, man. Shout out to TDE, Jean Carlos. Shout out, man. Appreciate y'all for watching, man. Continue to watch, man, as we do our thing. Shout out to Johan. All right. But yeah, we want to win, Pop, in this city, right? This city has been tainted. Every time we seem to win a championship, it's tainted with something. Back in 94, 95, when we won those 2 championships back to back, the Rockets was tainted. And this is a warranted reason for it being tainted, but Michael Jordan had retired. So that's always been the stigma here. Oh, well, if Michael Jordan would have been here, then, you know, you guys wouldn't have won them championships. Now, I can make an argument for that, especially that second year when we were the 6th seed, where we was just undeniable, okay? The same year in which Michael Jordan actually came back. Okay, now I know people will say, oh, well, you know, he needed time to get acclimated. Bump all that. He's Jordan. Okay, but that was tainted. The Astros win the World Series in 2017, tainted because they was cheating. My boys was cheating, and they didn't have no reason to do it, yet they did do it. That's what was happening. Okay, shout out to Junior, man. Thank you for watching, man. MKD, TKR, man. Appreciate you for watching. Hey, share this link with your people, man. Let me put this thing back up so y'all can see it. Share this link with your people, with your partners, man. Let them know we on here, man. Going live at 5, huh? All right. Yeah.
Let me give you something to ponder, Rich. Okay.
Go ahead.
Now, my pastor said something back in January. He said, guys, this is 2020. The things don't come in doubles this year. And I'm thinking, well, what is he talking about? What's going to come in doubles? Well, do we have 2 hurricanes coming our way? Okay.
We do.
We got corona and flu around the corner.
Right.
Why not 2 championships in the city of Houston? Okay.
Right.
Between our 3. Okay. We already got one. The
Dash.
soccer team. Why not the Rockets? Okay.
Yeah.
You know, why not the Texans? Okay. Why not the
Yeah.
Astros? Houston. Hey guys, you got to be a little more positive. Okay. You got to realize that it's time for this city. This is the same city that went through Harvey, guys. A 10,000-year storm.
Right.
Maybe the sports guards say, hey, we're going to give them some love. Because
Right.
we've been paying our dues here. And guys,
Right.
I'm a Rockets fan, okay? And I love LeBron, but hey, I'm a Yankees fan. I'm a Steelers fan, okay? You know what? We done won 27 in New York championships. We done won 6 in Pittsburgh. I don't mind sharing, man. But I love this city. I've been living in this city almost 45 years. My children were born here. Hey, I want to see you guys enjoy some of the fruits of your labor, okay?
Right.
So be a little more positive, Houston. 2020 could have 2 championships for this city.
So let me ask you a question, Pop. And before I ask you that question, I want to shout out, man, to Cindy, Stephanie. Thank you for watching. Ivan, Rosario, Jerry on boy. Thank you for watching, man. Proselyte. Hey, man, if I'm badgering y'all names, man, I apologize, man. But Oscar Hidalgo, man, appreciate you watching. Joe Meir, Nico, Michael Vlagas, appreciate you. Gennaro, Paul Whitehead, appreciate you for watching. Hey, man, y'all share this link with your people, man. Share this link. Yeah, Pop, let me ask you a question. now more than ever, and I feel strongly about this. Do you see a path for the Rockets winning the championship this year?
Rich, who they haven't beat? Have they not beat the Lakers?
They didn't beat the Lakers. Yep.
Have they not beat the Bucks?
Yep.
Rich, when you spread the floor like the Rockets are spreading the floor, okay, and you got shooters at all 5 spots, you can't guard that.
Right.
As an old basketball coach, there's no way you can guard that, especially when you got a penetrator like James Harden who don't mind getting down in the lane and pitching it out.
Right.
It's basically the same thing the Rockets won with Akeem Olajuwon. Okay?
Right.
The difference is the offense started with Olajuwon. He initiated. When they throw the ball into him, they double down on him, then he would kick it out to Sam Cassell or to Kenny Smith or to Robert Ory or Gina Gasson's husbands, okay? They rotate the ball until somebody got a good shot. It's no difference. Right. What they doing now is spreading the floor. James Harden driving. If they double him, he kicking it to House or to Green or to Rivers. You know, I mean, or whoever. Same thing when Westbrook is in the game, okay? They'll let him grab the ball down on the post and stuff, and everybody stay wide, and then he going one-on-one, okay?
Yeah.
If they double him, then he kicking it out. Yes, that is the recipe to win with, okay? Open shots. I don't care if you're hitting with 30% of them. When you're shooting 70 of them, and you're not knocking down but 20% of them, that's still 15 or 20, and that'll beat you because it's not a 2 no more, it's a 3.
Okay, man. Look, shout out, man, to Henry Alexander. Man, I can't say this name, man. I'm not sure how to say it, man. Man, but I'm gonna try. Joe Ayo, Daniel, man. Thank you for watching. Steven Perez, Miguel Ventura, man. Appreciate you for watching. Share this link with your people, man. Bonilla, Yacion, Danny Rivera, Kudos, Guillermo Maldonado, Luis Rivera. Appreciate you for watching, man. Y'all share this link with your people, man. We thank y'all for watching. Man, we're gonna keep on kicking this thing. But Pop, I know we digressed a little bit, man, but I really did want to know because, man, it's difficult to not continue to expound on what's going on in the playoffs, especially with the Rockets, man, the way they're looking. And hopefully they can sustain this, you know. And I think really Jeff Green has been really the guy, man, that is kind of glued this team together with this small ball, him being 6'9", 6'10", and I really like to see what's happening. But I want to get back on point, man, with the Yankees, okay? Now, even though the Astros have had an 8-game winning streak and they lost yesterday, the Yankees have had a 4-game losing streak, yet they still on top of the division. So what's going on with the Yanks, Pop?
Injuries. And Rich, I'm going to tell you again, the Yankees last year had these same types of injuries, and magically, everybody who they brought up, including the janitor, was knocking the cover off the baseball, okay?
Right.
It's catching, okay? Today, Gleyber Torres went on the injured list. James Paxton went on the injured list. Now, Aaron Judge comes off the list, but who's going to say he's the same Aaron Judge? Yes, The Yankees will find a way to win and get in the playoffs. Are the Yankees a world championship team? Coming from somebody who's been a Yankee fan since he was 6, they're going to win it this year, Rich. I'm putting my money on the LA Dodgers and the Houston Astros, okay? And the LA Dodgers, from last time I looked, have they not lost 3 World Series in a row or 3 out of 4 or something like that? Hey, man, I'm saying the Astros going to win it all. I'm saying Astros going to win it all. Dusty Baker's going to retire. They're gonna bring it because listen, man, I know they've renewed his contract, that they picked up the option on the contract and stuff. But hey, man, Dusty's 71. Dusty want to be back in LA and stuff, sipping on pina coladas, him and his family, and enjoying his Hall of Fame career, man. Okay? But that was the only thing missing. So I'm telling you right now, the Yankees are in trouble. Okay?
Yeah.
They are in trouble. Now, as long as they're healthy, yes, they fine. But they're not going to pull that same magic that they pulled last year. Now, maybe I'm playing games with my own head, but I'm just telling you what I'm seeing. Okay?
Okay.
Too many injuries, man. This Paxton's second time being injured.
Yeah, but I mean, man, you know, man, that lineup, man. I know you know, just you your worst critic, man, when it comes to your team, man. But you know, man, when that lineup gets to going with the Yankees, man, it's gonna be hell to pay for whoever is on the opposition of them, man. And that's just the plain truth. But it looks like right now, man, we got somebody that wants to chime in. And I want to tell everybody out there, man, that's watching, man. First of all, we appreciate you watching. I want to shout out again, Johnny, Jesus, Acosta, Panero, Augustin. Appreciate you, man. Ricardo Ortiz, Senna, Nagip, Wesley, appreciate you, man, for watching. Hey, share this link with your people, with your partners. Okay. Yeah, man, we got somebody who wants to chime in, man. I'm waiting for him to come in. I want to tell everybody who's watching, man, if y'all want to come in here, man, I gotta figure out how to do that, how to get people, man. We can get you on the line so y'all can come in here, man, if you want to chop it up with us a little bit, what we doing. But for now, man, get off in them comments, man. Get off in the comments, and maybe there's some. Hey, Juan David Rivera, man. Torre, hey, man, appreciate you for watching. Letiel Phyllis and Angelica Marquez, hey, thank you for watching. Y'all share this link with your people. Yeah, Pop, I think that we need to talk about something, man, that's a pressing issue right now, not just with collegiate football, but with high school football as well, because they don't have the same resources that professional teams have, as far as, like with the Texans, they have these little things that you wear, and if you get within 6 feet of somebody, it goes off and beeps and vibrates, and then they get tested every day, sometimes twice a day. They don't have those resources in college football or in high school football or sports, period. How are they going to sustain? What are they going to do? Are they really going to have a season for NCAA? Or do you think that, I know we kind of alluded to this the last time we talked about it, but how is it going to play out? How do you think it's going to play out?
Rich, I was once a college guy, okay? When them little short legs got to campus, man, things changed, okay? We've been going through 2 days and sweating and hot and just miserable. But when them short legs made it on campus, it was time to party, dog. Ain't nothing changed. Look what's happening at Notre Dame. Look what happened at North Carolina State. Man, let me tell you, man, it's not going to happen, Rich. Because like I said, once them ladies got on campus, the party's going to start, dog. And so that's what's going to happen. Okay? You can, and I mean, I'm just calling a spade a spade. I'm not trying to throw anybody under the table. But like I said, when we were out there in those August 2 days and stuff, we going to practice, coming back and eat, going back to practice, coming back and laying down and go to sleep. Okay?
Yeah.
But when the females got on campus, Rich, when we got that last practice, even we had curfew, man, hey, man, okay, it's 10:30, man. All right. Hey, listen, man, what we're going to do is we're going to throw a rope out one window, man, and we're going to slide down the window and stuff, and we're going to pass it on, because the short legs and stuff, they out there, they say, hey, man, y'all get here, and the party's on. It's nothing changed, man. That's been going on since the start of this world. King David and stuff looked over the balcony and saw Bathsheba and said, oh, I got to have her now, okay?
Yeah, he's seen her. Hey.
What? No, you can't do that, King. She's married. Well, now let's see now. Let's figure this thing out here. Is he a general or a colonel? Can we get him on the front lines? I ain't gonna preach it, bitch. I'm just
you good. You got. I know what you're saying, man. Shout out to Miguel Gonzalez Alvarez, man. Appreciate you for watching. Share this link with your partner. But look, we got to run in right now. We got to run in. Somebody want to speak their mind, and we gonna let them do it. Welcome in, Mr. Allendale. How you doing? Do you have like some kind of? Okay, hold on. I'm gonna pull you.
We having technical difficulties.
I don't know, man. I had to pull him out, man. I don't know what's going on with his stuff over there, man. You know what I mean? Hey, man, shout out to Hazel. Man, thank you for watching. Again, man, shout out to Juan David Rivera and De La Torre. All right, thank y'all for watching. Hey, man, y'all share this link with your people, with your partners, man. Share this link.
Let me finish, okay? As a high school coach and stuff, we had to shut down for a couple of days and stuff. We had a young man that came down with the virus and stuff, and so that's what I'm afraid of, man. Once we're back in person, on the high school and college level, it's just going to be hard to keep kids away from kids. Okay.
Right.
If I'm carrying the virus and I don't know it, and I give it to little Johnny over here, give Susie and stuff, it's just going to spread, man. I hate that. I don't want to see that. I wish there was a way to avoid that, but it's inevitable, man.
Right,
that
it
something's
is.
gonna have to give. Something's gonna have to shut down and stuff because again, it's about resources, it's about money, and like I said, we can't test kids, Rich. We can check their temperatures every morning when they get to practice and stuff, but we can't give them tests. Now I've heard that there's a quick, inexpensive test out there that's getting ready to hit the market. That may help the college kids, okay? But as far as the high school kids, man, I just like I said, I hope I'm wrong about this, but I think we'll probably get the season started and stuff, and then have to shut down, and then maybe go to the spring or cancel for the year.
Well, we're gonna see what happens, man. It's a daunting task for them to try to take on, especially with short notice and not really having no real plans in place. They hardly have any plans in place for the kids actually coming back to the building. Okay,
Exactly.
let alone trying to play sports. So I want to let everybody know out there, first of all, shout out to John Deanda, Rog Davis. Appreciate you for watching, man. Share this link with your people, man. David, man, appreciate you for watching. Yandri, appreciate you for watching, man. Hey, look, I'm going to put a link in the comment section. If anybody want to get in here and speak their mind on what's going on in Houston sports or in the sports world, we're going to let you do that briefly, man. Now, I'm going to see if it works. I ain't never tried this before, so I'm going to pop it in there and see if it works. If anybody want to jump in here and give a quick, 30-second to a minute little deal, you can do that, okay? So, boom. Here goes the link right here. I don't know if it's going to work, but we're going to try it. I'm going to know it works when I see you pop up the broadcast, and then we're going to get you in here. All right? So, okay, we got somebody right now. Here we go. Welcome in, Mr. Allendale. Oh, here we go again. Hey. Let me mute him. Hello? I don't know what's going on with Mr. Allen. I had to mute you, man. I don't know what's going on with your end, man. Last time it was my fault. It's your fault this time, Allen. All right, it's your fault this time. He talking about, nope, it ain't my fault. It's your fault. Look, we doing fine. When you're not on here, it's not doing all that, man. Shout out, man, to John Mora, man, and Caesar. Man, I'm gonna say your last name, man. Heredia. Shout out, man. Thank you, man, for watching, man. Also, Carlos Europa, my mate. Thank you for watching, man. Hey, y'all share this link with your people, with your partners, with your family, man. Get them involved. Okay, Mr. Allendale, we're gonna try this one more time. Let's see what I unmuted. What happens? Oh, there it is. I have no clue what's going on. Hey, look, hey, Alan, look, try to click the link that's in the comment section and see if that does it for you. For right now, I'm gonna kick you out the studio. I don't know what's happening. Yeah, but man, yeah, if y'all want to get in, man, y'all go on and do that, man. But yeah, Pop, man, let's move it along, man. I know, I'm a little caught up trying to do everything here, man. I don't have no engineers, just me by myself. But man, the NFL starts in less than 3 weeks, and the NFL not just starts in less than 3 weeks, Pop, but it starts with none other than, can I move? Can y'all see this? Maybe let me move out the way. The Houston Texans versus the Kansas City Chiefs, okay? Just in case y'all ain't know. Shout out to Albert Posada, okay? Shout out to Malik Bennett, man. Appreciate you for watching, man. Jack Marie, appreciate you for watching, man. Share this link with your people, man. Carlos Europa, appreciate y'all for watching, man. Share this link with your people, with your partners, with your family, man. Let them get involved. But yeah, Pop, the NFL starts in less than 3 weeks, man. I couldn't be more excited to play Kansas City. Wasn't really, I didn't really like the fact that they gave us Kansas City and Baltimore the first 1 or 2 weeks, but I'm a Houstonian, baby. You know what I'm saying? If y'all can see this, I don't know if you can. The camera might be too bright. There you go, right there. It's a Texas heading on my arm. You know what I'm saying? I was born and bred here. Just like they say in the movie Blood Diamond. You see this? He kicked the dirt. He said, you see this? This is Africa. I was born here. I'm probably going to die here. And that's what it is for me in Texas, man. So I don't care who we go up there to play or who y'all bring down here. Look, we ain't no easy wins, point blank period. But I'm excited, man. I'm glad that all the teams, man, are following the protocols, and it seems as though it's working for the NFL, even though they're not in a bubble like the NBA, Pop. but it's working for them because not guys have not been testing positive anymore. They've really been, sticking to their guns on what they're supposed to do there, and I can appreciate that. But how excited are you, Pop, for the NFL season that's coming on us?
Well, for a couple of reasons, Rich. Being a high school coach myself and stuff, I just want to see how those guys are doing it and stuff. Because if we have to cancel our season and stuff, then hey, maybe we can learn some things, and I'm sure we will from the NFL, and I'm sure the colleges will learn something from the NFL. But let me give the Texans a bit of good news. I don't know whether you guys have heard it or not, but Earl Thomas is probably done with the Ravens. Okay. The first incident with his wife, where I think his wife caught him at this, what was it, some bar somewhere with some other women.
No, man, he was at his brother's house. He was at his brother's house, man. Yeah, I don't know. It ain't working with Allen right now, man. But yeah, he was at his brother's house, man. I guess they was about to, run a train on some chick. But go ahead.
But anyway, he had a fight, man, with a teammate. And they sent him home, and the veteran players on the team said they didn't want him back. So,
oh wow,
hey, I don't know whether you guys need a safety and stuff.
Do we?
But it might be a nice pickup. Worst case scenario, you probably won't have to guys want to worry about this guy roaming the secondary for the Ravens when you guys play them in what, game 2?
Yeah, game 2 at home. My very first home game, my home opener.
Right. So anyway, but I'm very excited, man. Again, like I said, we've been out of the playoffs the last couple of years and stuff, and I know the Steelers have been working hard. I've been reading the comments in the Post-Gazette and stuff, where the young receiver that they got out of Notre Dame has just really, really, really been getting it done and stuff. So it's going to be interesting. Ben's back. Like I say, even if it's 80% of Ben is better than that duck we had last year. So looking forward to see if we can unseat the Ravens as the best team in the AFC North.
Yeah, man. I think that the Ravens gonna have a hard time with Pittsburgh because, like we talk about, there's a guy in a small room drinking, Keurigs on top of Keurigs on top of Keurigs of coffee, and he's watching Lamar Jackson, man, for the Pittsburgh Steelers, and they like, man, we gonna shut this guy down. We play them twice a year, we win in both games, and they gonna have a hard time with the Steelers, man. You better believe that. Shout out, man, to Jonathan Ortiz, man. Keeney, I hope I'm saying your name right. Mercedes, Jess Y. Harris, appreciate you for watching. Simeon Herrera, and Valenzuela. Man, I know I'm killing y'all names out here, man. Forgive me if I am, man. Thank you for watching. Hey, share this link with your people, with your partner. Shout out to H. I don't know how you say your name, man. Shout out to Jose Martinez and Jehovah Jireh is watching. Okay, shout out Jehovah Jireh, Melvin Laura, and Orlando Torres. Appreciate you, Luis, Roberto Ortiz, Daniel, man. Appreciate you. Hey, man, y'all share this link with your people, with your partners, man, with your family, get them involved. Yeah, man. We trying to get our guy Allendale in here, man, but I don't know what's going on. Every time we try to chime him in here, man. I'm gonna try one more time, Allen. If we can't get you in here, man, then you and I got a show coming up next, and y'all tune in to Grip It and Rip It. Actually, I won't drop it until later, but y'all go check out Grip It and Rip It on YouTube. Subscribe to the channel. Also go check out On the Other Hand Sports. That's my father's show, his solo show. Y'all go check that out, okay? And we're gonna keep this thing moving and grooving. If y'all want us to continue to put these videos up with our expert analysis, hey man, we all about the city of Houston. We talk about all sports, but we all about this city. This is where we reside at. So, Pop, let's move it along, man. There's one more thing we need to talk about before we get up out of here, man. And you asked me earlier, has there been an event that you had to cancel due to a life circumstance? And before I answer that question, you go first, Pop. Has there been an event? Okay. Has there been an event? Okay, go ahead.
Okay. In 1982, I married JR's mother. And that next year, we tried to get pregnant in 1983. But things weren't going real well. We were trying. And so his mother was from Los Angeles. And the 1984 Olympics was in Los Angeles, okay? And the great Carl Lewis was a senior at the University of Houston and had been setting all kind of records. So I said, hey, well, listen, let's go to Los Angeles next summer for the Olympics. He said, well, that's fine. Okay. So anyway, I go out and I purchased tickets, man. They were, for lack of a better word, man. I just couldn't believe it, man. I had tickets to the basketball games. I had tickets to the track events. Okay. This is the same year that Carl Lewis won the 4 gold medals, where he beat Jesse Owens' record. Okay, so everything going great. So in January, I think it was January, my wife came to me. She said, I might be pregnant, and I'm thinking, pregnant? But so that means that what you talking about, October?
Yeah.
No, Ping. I think maybe July. And I said, oh no, not July. Not July. Long story short, guys, my beautiful first child, LaJoy Monique Wilson, was born July 18th. I never got a chance to use those tickets, and I don't regret it. I really, truly don't. But, like I said, I was just, the Olympics hadn't been here but 2 times in my lifetime. It came in 84, and it came to Atlanta. Does anybody remember what year it came to Atlanta? Are we still?
I think 92, right? 1992.
92. So anyway, that was just my particular circumstance that was, where I had tickets to. And then you may have some. Think about it. It might have been a concert that you were going to, another event that you were going to, and some strange things happened, and you didn't get a chance to go. But that is mine.
Okay, so yeah, man. Man, before I share mine, I want to shout out, man. Thank y'all, everybody that's been watching, man. I want to shout y'all out, man. El Johnny, Franklin, Rosado, Jefferson, Navi, Daniel Esteban, Roberto Mimo, Kiddos, Maritza. Thank y'all for watching. Osve, Mario Brio, John Espejo, and Magdalena Rivera. Man, man, forgive me, y'all, if I'm messing this up, man. But thank y'all for watching, man. Share this link with your people, man. Jose Esquivel. All right, Juanma, Harry Xavier, Juanita, Leonardo, David, Minya. Thank y'all, man, for watching, man. Share this link with your people. Hey, we're gonna try Mr. Allendale again, man, and see if this thing is working. Let's see what happens right here. Alan, if we can't get it working, man, I don't know what we're gonna do, man. We're gonna have to just try something different, man. Here we go. No, hold on. Let me remove the whole thing. Okay, I click my own man now. Let me solo you out. It's all me. I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's happening, man. But okay, so look. All right, I gotta mute him, man. I gotta mute you. I'm sorry, Alan. But yeah, man, yeah, I want to shout out to Christian Lorenzo, Bautista, Luis Fernando, James Lee, Ramon, Alfonso. Appreciate y'all for watching, man. Share this link with you. So let me answer the question, Pop. Yes, there's something that happened to me. Now, this is not in particular sports, relative to sports. But this is what happened, Pop. I was rapping at the time. This was BC, okay? This was before I became a man of the cloth, and I was rapping. And there was a guy named Chill, okay? Young Chill. As a matter of fact, he's shooting a movie for DJ Screw right now. Shout out to Young Chill. He's doing it big for the city, man. He's a producer that's worked with many artists in the industry, and he used to be House of the South's personal producer. Him and a guy named Ansi. Okay, and I was a part of Mouse of the South. So, anywho's, I always felt like Chill had a problem with me, man, because every time I would come around, his gal would always be like, J. Reed, can you just talk? I love to hear your voice. You know what I mean? She would want me to talk. And I'm like, it was awkward, man. I'm like, all right, what's going on? And his girl at the time, her name was Miss Mikey. Okay, Miss Mikey, for any of y'all that are watching this, know that she used to host 106 in Park on BET. Okay, with Lil Bow Wow. Okay, it's a small world. Anyways, so Pop, do you know who Lil Bow Wow is?
Yes.
Okay. So Miss Mikey, she used to host 106 in Park. It's this show where they played the top music videos at the time, that are current. And so I remember one day I got this call from Young Chill, and he said, "Hey man, hey Rich, I need you to come to the studio. I want you to put something down for me." I'm like, "All right, cool." I was a little taken aback that he called me to come do something, because I always felt like he, I didn't think he liked me, man. You know what I mean? He came off kind of like, I ain't feeling this cat. You know what I mean? But he's like, "Yeah, man, I want you to come jump on something." I'm like, "All right, well, I'll be over there, man." So put my clothes on, man. I shot up there. And so when I got there, who was there with him? Miss Mikey, right? And she hit me with the usual, "Hey Jay Rich, can you just talk? I love to hear your voice." And I'm like, "Man, why you always making me uncomfortable in front of your dude, man? You know what I'm saying? What's wrong with you?" She like, "Man, he all right. He know that I'm his." You know what I'm saying? And so I think Allendale popped up. Yeah. And so I was like, "Okay, what's going on?" So he said, "Hey man, look, we going on this tour, Black College Tour." And I don't know if you know anything about it, but on the Black College Tour, Pop, they go to different HBCUs all across the United States, and they perform with celebrities. You know what I'm saying? And there's celebrities that perform at these colleges all across the nation. And he was like, "Hey man, we want you to go." And I was like, "We?" He said, "Yeah, me and Miss Mikey. Miss Mikey got this deal worked out with BET, and they invited her on this Black College Tour, and she's gonna be hosting some of the things, and we want you to open up for the likes of T.I. and the likes of 50 Cent, people like that." And I'm like, "Yeah, of course." You know what I'm saying? And so I'm super excited, man. I'm elated, okay? And shout out, man, Xavier and Starling, man. Hey, y'all share this link with your people, with your partners, get them involved. And so, anyways, man, yeah, I'm elated. I'm like, "Okay, when does it start?" And he said, "Oh, it starts, it was like September the 25th or something like that." Okay, now we were traveling all across I think it was like 30 HBCUs, so 30 schools all across the United States. It was something like that. Anyways, I don't want to go too deep into a rabbit hole, but I'm excited. I'm elated. I said, "Hey man, when does it start?" And he said, September. It was like the end of September. And I was like, "Oh, okay, cool." And no, I'm sorry, it was the beginning of October. And I'm like, "Oh, okay, cool," because I didn't think it was gonna take that long. And I said, "Okay, well, when does it end?" He said, "Man, we'll be done like around Thanksgiving." Now, mind you, this was the year 2008. So as close as my story, there's some irony here, Pop, because in 2008, in September or the beginning of October, do you know what happened in October 2008?
Yeah, I held him on my shoulders and stuff for the Super Bowl, because that's the last time we won a Super Bowl. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Exactly. Your first grandchild was born, exactly. Jamel Rashard Wilson. Okay, and he was to be due. So I went. I remember I was melancholy, man. I was sad, man, because I was like, dang. And I remember Chill and Miss Mikey, it's like, "Look, we'll go home. You know what I'm saying? Mull it over. Talk with Tony, because Chill knows Tony. They grew up in the same neighborhood." And he's like, "Man, get back with me in a couple of days." I'm like, "All right, I'll do that." And so I went home and I told Tony, about what was happening. And she was like, "Oh, babe, this is great." You know what I mean? She was very supportive. And she was looking like, "Why are you not excited about it?" I'm like, "Because, man," she was like, "When does it start?" And I said, "It starts in September." And she was like, "Oh, well, you should be good. You should be good." And I was like, "Baby, they don't end until Thanksgiving." And she was like, "Oh." And she said something to me, man, that just pierced my heart. And she said, "Well, go ahead, sweetheart. Me and Jamel will be here waiting for you." And Pop, I'm here to tell you, man, just like you, ain't no way I was finna miss my firstborn, man. Ain't no way I'm finna miss any of my kids being born, man. So I had to call Chill and turn it down, man. Now, it worked out for the great, right? Because I ended up about maybe 9 months later, Now, maybe about a year later, man, I ended up, surrendering to the Most High. And it was good that I didn't go on that tour because Miss Mikey blew up after that. You know what I'm saying? That she right after that, she got the little deal with BET on 106 and Park. And 106 and Park is the most popular show on BET at the time. Okay. For young individuals in pop culture, man. And shout out to Thomas Perez, man, and Maximo and Yohini Rosario. Shout out, man, Marco Garcia, Jose Ramos. Okay, Cortez. Appreciate y'all for watching, man. Y'all share this link with your people, with your partners. But yeah, Pop, that's what happened to me, man. Before we get out of here, man, I want to give you the final words, man. If there's anything, man, that you want to implement until we got what we got going here, man.
Well, I want to talk about the NBA draft lottery, but we can do that next week and stuff. I got some real insight on that and stuff. But the three teams at the top of the draft were the T-Wolves, those hated Golden State Warriors. Yeah, they're going to get a great young player, and also the Charlotte Hornets. But I just want to say something that I saw something today. There were a group of kids and parents, and it's that time of the year when you have a lot of fundraisers, okay? As a matter of fact, we're doing one ourselves. And people standing on street corners and stuff, with bottles of water and Gatorade, giving them out for donations.
Right.
This is what bothered me. Nobody was wearing a mask. And guys, I was not going to roll my window down to give somebody a donation when they had to stick their head close to my head and they didn't have a mask on. I'm sorry. So guys, please, we're better than that. We have to stay masked up when we're out in public like that. They were all up on each other. Nobody was social distancing. Guys, this is what's happening. This is why we're still having the problem. This is why over 175,000 people are dead, and they're predicting by December 1st, over 300,000.
Can you hear me now?
Uh-oh. My bad. Hold on, Pop. Go. Yeah, I can hear you now. Go ahead, Pop. Continue.
But I'm just pleading with everybody out there, guys. Please stay masked up, okay? It is so important. It is so important that you continue to follow all of the CDC guidelines until we can flatline this thing. And we can do this, America. We can do this. We're better than this. So again, some of those kids missed out on a nice little donation, but I was not rolling my window down to give them a donation when they had to come close enough to me, closer than 6 feet, to get the money. So please, let's continue to stay masked up, keep your hands washed, and do social distancing.
Absolutely, I agree with you, man. But it looks like we got to run in real quick right here. Mr. Aldale, man, we've been trying to get you in this whole time, man. What you got to say?
Okay, Ping has to hear this, and I'm going to put an end to this thing about LeBron, because LeBron's la joke, la boo-boo, la boo-hoo. And before we become a butt crack in between a hurricane hamburger, I thought we would, I would share some facts for the millennials and apologists out there. For LeBron reminds me of a basketball version of a guy driving a really nice caddy down a street in the middle of some sleazy district in a city, looking for the hottest lady of the night and going, please, come on, help me, man. This guy, he is the ultimate beggar. This guy asks every player to come make him look good. Are we going to give him credit for the Lakers improvement, or are we going to give it to Anthony Davis? Okay, that's number. Well, hold on, but before we go anywhere else, this is facts that I actually spent the time doing, and we're done with LeBron James. LeBron James is a fraudulent legend. He's good, but he's also good in an era that will allow him to bully his way to the basket because they don't call fouls. So here is the information that you should all listen and wonder. Okay, in Michael Jordan's 6 NBA title years, when he played in the East, when he went to 6 straight championships out of the East, if you don't count,
6 straight.
He did go to 6 straight. Technically, 94, 95, he came late. That doesn't count. He went to the.
And he got out because he was afraid of Olajuwon.
Okay, whatever. Sure, that's right. He was afraid of Olajuwon, a guy who couldn't win a college title. Next, okay. Now, Jordan's East, his first year, had a winning percentage. Okay, they won 168 games. They lost 196 games. East versus the West. Okay, that year there was a 46.2%. 46.2% winning percentage against the West. Labubu, the best he ever had was 48.4 in 2016, the year he won his title in Cleveland. And the last year he won his title in Cleveland, they won 47.3. They are the only 2 years that the East was even better than Jordan's worst year in the East.
Where you from, Alabama?
No. We don't cut off
something. Where are you from?
Hold on.
Where are you from?
It doesn't matter. I'm talking era. I'm gonna sit there and tell you that the entire Indiana Pacers of those years beat Chicago. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
Oh, wait a minute. Okay, so where I was born changes the facts. What? No, sorry. Now you put him on mute now. Okay. You should be put on mute for that silliness, because where I'm born doesn't change this fact that in 91-92, it was a 46.7% winning percentage. In 92-93, it was a 49.8% winning percentage. All in the last 3 years, when an older Jordan came back, the East, oh, by the way, you remember when all these modern apologists for the millennials say, oh, look, who did he play? Really? In the finals? You know what it took to get there? No. What it took to get there.
The
East.
I'm going to challenge you to a game. I am 67 years old. I will take your little butt and dunk on you next week, okay? Now,
you're not done.
Next week, meet me in GCM's gym. I'm going to dunk on you. Now, that's coming from a baby boomer.
95-96. Jordan,
now we talking 95-96.
95-96. 95-96 when Jordan came back. Wait. Did Olajuwon play in 95-96? Oh yeah, he did.
No,
so how did the West? Wait. How did the West? Wait, no. See, when people, you're pulling your Donald Trump impersonation right now.
No.
You interrupt people when they're going to be right.
Number one in the nation.
You are going to interrupt me because I am so right now.
So let me ask a question. Let me intervene. Right. Hey, Alan, let me intervene real quick. Let me ask a question, okay? Because
please, I have all the facts.
Hold on. I accept all, challenges or all, whatever you want to refute when it comes to LeBron James. But this is, I think, one thing that, because I'm quite frankly, I'm tired of the whole LeBron Jordan thing. They're two different players, play two different positions.
Absolutely, I agree.
Right, but
if
you think about LeBron, right, and you think about the word that is attached to LeBron, which galvanized, okay, as great as Michael Jordan is, I do not think that Michael Jordan could have been put on that 2016 or 2017 Cleveland team that LeBron was on, that came back from a 3-1 deficit in the
16.
NBA Finals.
That was
okay, 2016. I don't know if Michael Jordan could have done that, because think about it like this.
Actually, Jordan, they wouldn't have gone. No, they wouldn't have gone 7. They would have beaten them earlier, because the difference between Jordan and LeBron. Name one player in the history of LeBron's career that actually people can say he's the reason why that guy's great. Last time I checked. Players went to Cleveland or Miami and got worse playing with him. How's Kevin Love's career gone played with him?
Right, but when you think about Chicago, right?
Because of Jordan.
Think about Chicago, right? Chicago did not win a championship until they got who? Scottie Pippen, right? They had been making noise.
That's again incorrect though. The way they make that sound. See, that is the worst argument that people use because they're desperate. That is the desperate argument. Because Scottie Pippen, no. Can I explain it? Scottie Pippen was a college player who was drafted by the Bulls. He was developed by the Bulls, and so was Horace Grant. And Scottie Pippen, who is arguably the greatest defender under 6'8" in the history of the sport, was created by Michael Jordan. Scottie Pippen will tell you that. There is not a single player in the NBA who went to LeBron and suddenly became great. They usually got worse. Chris Bosh goes from Canada, where he's playing pretty well, to Miami. He was okay. He was nowhere near as good as he was when he was with Toronto. Not even close. He got worse. Everybody got worse around LeBron. And the fact of the matter is, it's not, he's begging everyone to play for him. Nobody wants to play for him or with him. Nobody does. The only reason why Davis.
How old are you?
I just turned 50. I've been watching this game. I saw Isaiah Thomas play when I was 8 years old when he was in high school.
I'm 16 years older than you, okay?
Doesn't matter.
I got bad feet. I challenge you to a game of 10. Okay?
And it's not going to change it, and it's not going to change a thing.
Huh?
It's not going to change a thing, dude.
Oh, okay.
All I got to say is this, if I could say the magic numbers. During Michael Jordan's 6 title runs, the East had a 52.6 winning percentage overall versus the West, which included Hakeem. So I guess he wasn't doing that great because they were losing more than they were winning.
So what's your thing against LeBron?
Wait. 52%, 52.6 winning percentage, Jordan's East versus the West. LeBron's East, where he's, look, he took his team to 8 straight championship series. Really? The East during that time has a 43.4% winning percentage versus the West in that time frame. So you're comparing an East that Jordan had to come out of that won literally almost 10% more games against the West. It had a winning percentage against the West. If LeBron James was a coach with a 43.4 winning percentage, you think he's lasting 8 years? He ain't even lasting 3. Give me a break.
There's no comparison here, really, Alan. The thing about it is, I think both of them are great in their own zone. But what's your
LeBron's
opposition
in
with
this era?
What's your opposition? What's your opposition with LeBron James? Is he not a great player to you?
Well, let me preface this. Okay, I love the guy off the court. He seems like a good dude. He doesn't do anything wrong. He's not as smart as he thinks he is, but he's a good dude. Okay, no doubt about it. No argument for me there. And if anyone says differently, they're an idiot. He's a good kid. But I am tired of his talk. I'm tired of a guy who proclaims himself the greatest, which he did, which Michael never did. Okay, ever. Nobody did. None of those players did. Hakeem never said anything like that. He's the only guy who has had the nerve to basically say that. Okay.
But what's wrong with him? Hey, what's wrong with a man thinking he's great, Alan? What's wrong?
Because when you have a losing record in the finals and you don't beat anybody,
do you think you're great?
And you don't beat, no, actually, you know what? I'm actually wait. I got some. That's a great.
You're a good writer.
Hey, Ping. You don't want to ask me that question. You're going down a rabbit hole because you're going to get fired up. Okay. You asked me if I think I'm great.
Yes.
I always tell people this. I say, hey, everyone else is pretty good. I'm just better. I'm not great. I'm just better.
Okay.
Because I'm not great yet. I'll never be great. I'll die on great because I'll never be. See, the difference between me and LeBron is I've won titles and I'll never think I'm great. He hasn't won enough. He's lost more and he thinks he's great. Okay. I don't respect somebody who actually beats nobody. They beat teams out of the East with the exception of what? The 1 year they beat the Celtics. 1 year they beat a decent Pistons team that was If you look at those Eastern teams that he had to climb through, there's not a single one of them that we'll ever remember other than the Celtics. But when you look at Jordan's East, oh my God, you go through everyone he either lost to or he got beat or he beat. And when people go, well, he didn't beat the Celtics. He didn't beat. Okay. Oh, he didn't beat one of the greatest teams in the history of the sport with a point guard named Enos Watley. Really?
I don't understand the argument, Ellen. I don't understand.
I don't respect a player who has to pander to other players to come save his rear end from losing. The only year I respected him was the year he lost in 2007. That was a great year. And if he had kept that mindset, he would have been the best ever because he was a young man.
I went to Boston, Alan. Alan, I went to Boston about 2 years ago, man, to go see the Houston Texans play the New England Patriots in Boston, actually in Foxborough. Yeah. Okay. And I also went there to see the Astros play the Red Sox that very same day. Now, when I went in the stadium, I happened to be on the Patriots side at Gillette Stadium, and I knew walking in there, man, I was in enemy territory. Okay, I was a sheep amidst the wolves. Okay, now here's the thing: I thought they'd be all over me, but they were very hospitable. But this is one thing that they did have. Okay, and this is one thing that every city that has a championship city that has won multiple championships have, right? Is they don't know what it's like, right, to not win. Okay, they've won so much. Not only that, it's not just about them winning. They've had the greatest quarterback, arguably, of all time. Okay, so they're biased. It's not going to be able to see it any other way. Now, even if you pull up statistics, right? You can pull up statistics on Ray Lewis and London Fletcher, and you'll see that the number are very comparable with one another. Yet Ray Lewis went to way more Pro Bowls. Ray Lewis is a Hall of Famer. London Fletcher is not. Why? Because Ray Lewis was the guy. Okay, so I'm trying to build to my point here. My point here is that if you have to look at things in their own lane, and what I mean by that is when somebody could talk down on Bill Russell and say, "Oh, well, you won 11 championships," where it wasn't no brothers playing in the league. You know what I mean? Because there wasn't a whole lot of brothers playing in the league back then. So of course you can win 11 championships when you so much better than everybody. It does not, you know what I'm saying? It does not miss out on the fact or negate the fact that he was great. You know, the same thing with Will Chamberlain. It doesn't, whatever happened in the midst of that era doesn't change the fact that he was great. There's a lot of great players. Gary Payton is a great player.
Will Chamberlain and see that he would have gotten very much brought down to earth playing in the modern eras. Because the way he dribbled the ball was horrible. The way he actually moved on a court was horrible, and all he could really shoot was a layup. Okay, I mean, if he would have played against actual center, if he would have shot against actual guys like Hakeem and David and some of the Ewing, he would have been a 2010s power forward. He wouldn't have been some 50 points a game guy. He was not a physically tough guy. Okay, you look at Bill Russell. Russell was willing to mix it up. And Russell was
but there's talk about Bill Russell that, oh man, you wouldn't be great if you played in the modern era. But that's the era that he played in.
He would have been a Dennis Rodman.
The era that we play in now is all about driving to the basket and shooting behind the arc. You know what I'm saying? Those 15 footers, that's a lost art.
Don't forget,
right? That's a lost art. Even defense now, right? Most games would end with like 95 points, 85 points. Okay, those things are lost arts because of the way the game is played now. Okay, so when you talk about that's the way the game is right now. The way the game was when Jordan was in the game was how it was, but how it is now is how it is. Things are ever changing. And when you're talking about somebody like LeBron James, hold on, let me finish, Alan, real quick. No sweat. When you're talking about LeBron James, you're talking about an individual who galvanizes his team. Okay, yes. Does he try to get players to come where he's at to be great? Absolutely. But you got to think about the weight that he has on his shoulders in LA right now. Okay, the late great Kobe Bryant, who we lost in a helicopter accident. He has made a huge name there for himself, and other huge names that was there before him, like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's and Michael Cooper's and guys of that particular caliber. So when you're talking about LeBron coming to LA, first of all, we know he came there to venture off into things that are outside of basketball. Nevertheless, when you're in LA, just like if you were in New York City, there's an expectation of you that is greater than the one that you would have in Cleveland, especially relative to the media when the media is concerned. So there's a weight that LeBron James has on his shoulder to bring a championship to the city of LA. But even if it doesn't, he had 3 and he feels as though he's the GOAT. And if you disagree with that, that's fine. I think Kobe Bryant is the best player that ever played the game. That's my personal opinion. I think he was better than Jordan. He's better than LeBron. I think he was the best. Okay. That's not because he's gone. That's my personal opinion. You know what I'm saying? Can that be backed up with facts? Of course it could be backed up with facts. I don't have the statistics in my hand, but as an analyst, I could tell you, man, from my eyes, that guy was the best. So I think that you have to categorize them as opposed to marginalizing them. You know what I'm saying? In this particular situation, LeBron James.
But you can marginalize LeBron because LeBron, okay, here's the difference. LeBron talks about being great, but then he never beat great teams except once, which wasn't real. By the way, the Warriors are kind of overrated that year. They had 73 wins. Okay, great. But
were the Spurs not good? And were the Spurs not good back in 2012?
But you got to realize they won 73 games in a league that tailored the rules for a team like the Warriors. The rules were literally being changed every minute to cater to because Steph Curry was the cute little boy. They wanted to make him a hero so we could bring in more fans. If that game was actually, the league was calling the way it still is by rule, Steph Curry be handing out water, and that's about it. Okay.
Andrew Box says that LeBron's better than anyone.
Guy said LeBron is better than anyone at begging people. But you can marginalize LeBron because you cannot be great when you beat mediocre people to get to a place that you can't win. Period. Jordan beat the best league every year, the best conference every year, the best by far than the West, especially the last 3 titles. And the 4th is right on the board. The first 2, they were a little bit below. But overall, he beat the better league. He beat the league with the better record to be the champ. LeBron played teams that had a 43% winning percentage. Okay. It's kind of like the analogy I used once is like when these guys walk around thinking they're BA, and it's kind of like, I'll use an example. I just had an argument today. There's a high school in the Kansas City, Missouri area, a private school, who embarrasses itself because they win title after title after title after title after title after title. And they're a very low, like class 4A type of 3A type of team. Okay, 4A team. Their enrollment is 500 people. However, they can recruit from a city of 2.5 million people, right? They can take anybody they want. They're competing against schools of 500 people, and they're beating them every year, and they talk trash on Twitter. So they're playing against school districts that are allowed 500 kids, and they can get anybody they want at 2.5 million. And when I lived there, I asked, did they ever petition to go up to play better teams? They've never petitioned to go up. Where I come from, and other states I've seen, like even in Arizona, South Point Catholic, small school, borderline 3A, 4A, they petitioned every year since I've been in high school to play at the highest level because they knew they wanted to play better, and they knew they were going to smoke everybody because they had better advantages. But you have a team like this team in Kansas City, Bishop Miege, who brags about beating cow towns that don't have the same ability to recruit bodies. When you talk trash like LeBron, well, I'm the greatest, but you don't beat anybody good 99% of the time, you aren't great. You have to beat a better stable of teams to be considered great. That's why when I was a coach, when we beat a bad team, I didn't celebrate.
Hold on, let me ask a question.
You don't celebrate victory over garbage.
What's your disagreement with Alan Tate on LeBron James? What's your liberation for LeBron James?
I just think Alan's caught up in his generation, man.
It's not a generation thing. I like Kobe.
Hold on, Alan. Hold on. Let him talk. Alan, you had the floor, man. Let's go ahead, Pop.
But it's inaccurate.
Well, hey, that's my opinion, Alan. Okay.
But it's not a generational thing because there's players I like that are in between. I love Kobe. Like Kobe was incredible. Are you kidding me? It's not a generational thing. The facts are the facts. Modern NBA is garbage. They shoot 56,000 more threes to make 3% more. Really? That's terrible. They do it with no defense. That's terrible. That's not a generation thing. That's a factual thing. It doesn't matter. It's like if you play me one-on-one, you think that's going to change that Hakeem basically had a loner title for 2 years? It's not going to change anything. It's kind of, these are facts. You can't argue facts, generation or not.
I can argue facts, Alan. But I don't have time to argue facts with you, okay? But I can argue facts. And you want to throw Hakeem under the bus? Come on, man.
Oh my God, no! Because I've defended Hakeem. I love Hakeem. I think Hakeem.
You said he couldn't win. You said he couldn't win a championship in college. Okay, the guy hadn't played basketball for 3 years, Alan. Okay.
Oh, he was awesome by his junior year.
You brag about? Hey, I coached Hakeem Olajuwon. Okay, trust me.
Hakeem's great.
I saw Hakeem Olajuwon go from not being able to dribble a basketball to one of the greatest players of all time.
Yeah, I remember him his freshman year.
Man.
Yep. He is one of the probably 2 or 3 greatest examples in any sport of what work looks like. Like that dude worked. Because I remember his freshman year when he played on that Houston team with Rob. God, now I'm spacing out. The best guard that nobody ever remembers.
Rob Williams.
Rob Williams, thank you. And he played on that team, and he was like a role player. He barely did anything.
Didn't start.
Akeem.
Didn't start until.
And then sophomore year.
Once they got in the tournament, he was in the starting lineup. They went all the way to the Final Four. Okay.
Yep. And then sophomore year, he was
the great All-American, scores 6 points. He was averaging 25. Then they won the national championship. It wasn't because Akeem Olajuwon didn't play great. Okay, that was his freshman year. That was his freshman year. He also took the Cougars back 2 other years. And so for you to sit there, I don't think Michael Jordan took North Carolina to the championship 3 straight years, did he? So that's what I'm talking about. You're throwing Akeem Olajuwon under the bus, man. Akeem Olajuwon is a legend in this city, dog. Okay,
hey,
it's like Michael Jordan.
But I've never said anything bad about Akeem. Akeem's incredible. He's in my top 5 all time. Are you kidding me?
Let me finish, okay? Okay, so I consider myself a Houstonian because I've been living here more than half of my life, okay?
Right.
And for you to say that Akeem Olajuwon could not have beaten Michael Jordan, neither of us know that, okay? All I know is that he won 2 championships. Wait a minute. He won 2 championships. He won 1 with Jordan in the league, okay? Jordan came back and couldn't win, okay? Came back from that hiatus from baseball. So all I'm saying to you, man, for you to sit here and throw LeBron under the bus like that, you don't know what this guy came through, man. You don't know what he's been through. You don't know what his life was like as a kid and stuff, I mean, and for you to say, if he think he's the greatest from where he came from, the projects and stuff, growing up with a single mom, that's hard, man. Okay?
Hey, and let me say this, Alan. Alan, hold on. Let me
respond to that, though, because I'm not talking about his upbringing or his person.
Alan, before you respond.
He's a great guy. I think he's a wonderful young man.
You don't understand, Alan. You don't understand the number of African-American kids that could have been great, but because they grew up in families without a father and stuff, they fell by the wayside, man. You don't understand that because you haven't walked in our shoes, Alan. Okay? You haven't walked in LeBron's shoes. Okay? So you can't sit here and throw that man under the bus when this man came from nothing.
Jordan didn't have it easy either.
Let me finish. To be not only one of the great basketball players, but one of the great philanthropists in this country, man. Okay?
Absolutely.
So it really offends me when you jump on the show and say something like that. Because
let me say something.
You haven't walked in this man's shoes, Alan.
I'm not talking about his shoes. I'm talking about his basketball. I'm not talking about
Alan, hold on, let me say this.
And by the way, he's absolutely right. He's one of the best philanthropists we've seen in a long ass time. He's great.
Hey, Alan, hold on. Let me say this. Hey, first of all, Alan, my son wants to tell you that you need to put a happy face on, man. Okay, he just wrote me a letter.
What's up, my boy?
Tell Alan to put a happy face on. Okay, that's what he just said. So yeah, man. Hey, this is great. To me, this is great argumentation because you can come together and have a conversation and disagree. I don't think that you were talking down on his character. Me personally, I don't think he was talking down on LeBron's character, but I do think that you have a skewed view on the greatness of LeBron or something like that. I don't know. You blinded by the allure and mystique of Michael Jordan. You know what I mean?
He's the best player of this decade for sure, no doubt. Okay, I'd say the second best is probably going to end up being Kawhi, no doubt, because he's done great things pretty much from day one. But if you put him in the pantheon of the top 10,
hold on. The second best is who?
Probably Kawhi. I would argue.
Not James Harden?
Please. Okay, so no. So then I think in the top 10 of all time, you would put LeBron in the top 10. I wouldn't know where to rank him because I think it depends because if he played under the rules that have been around for majority of the time, he would have more trouble, but he would still be fine. He'd do great things. But, the facts are the facts. He got to the finals 8 straight years against very weak competition. Sans compared. And by the way, saying Hakeem won a title with Jordan in the league is kind of disingenuous because Jordan was off for 18 months and didn't do too bad after not barely playing. So let's be real. I think if Hakeem had taken 18 months off, he wouldn't have looked that great either.
He didn't play Allen in high school like Jordan. Okay.
No, but that's if you take 18 months off. That's a long time. That's a long time. It's a very long time. Here, but Akeem.
Yeah, he's still Jordan. No, you gotta hold him to a high standard. Jordan doesn't get the he was off for 18 months. He doesn't get that. You got to come back in and be great. Because LeBron wouldn't get the same treatment.
In Lagos, Nigeria,
okay? Which would not be fair, by the way. If that happened, it would not be fair. If you
no,
take
it wouldn't
18
be.
Months
it
off,
wouldn't
you
be.
have to,
it wouldn't be. I'm saying if same thing happened to LeBron James, I don't know what it is. And it's not just you, Alan. If the same thing happened to LeBron James, nobody would care that he was gone for 18 months. If he didn't come back and was great, here come the prognosticators, man.
I agree.
You know what I mean?
Agree.
I mean, what do you think the reason for that is, though? I guess I would want to ask you, Alan.
Part of it's because of his own hyperbole. It's
his own hyperbole. Relative to what? As far as him, putting things out.
Don't forget one thing about Jordan, real quick, to your point, and your dad would definitely remember this because you were younger, way younger. When Jordan came back from his broken foot, okay, they were measuring his minutes. And they were like, oh, okay, and when he came out and did what he did to the Celtics, it wasn't like, nobody was saying we expected this. Oh, this is Jordan. They were like, wow, how does he do that after missing the whole year, basically, coming off a broken foot? People were raving about that. People don't realize it was that period of time when he did what he did, that third year in the league, that it was second year in the league, that that's what made him transcendent, because to come off a broken foot and do what he did was incredible. And so, but see, he did it by his actions. He didn't go telling people stuff. Okay. And that's why I think LeBron unfairly, I don't care what he says. Okay. The reality is, even if he was injured right now and had to come back 18 months from now and wasn't great, he would have an ally in me, because I know reality says you're going to struggle possibly. Okay. And you're also comparing a Jordan at 23 years old compared to a guy at 33, 34 years old. That's a big difference in age. That's why when he came back from being gone, it took him a little longer, because he was a little older. What he did at 23 made more sense, even though it was crazy. So that's the problem with LeBron. He props himself too much. And I'm not an apologist. People come from great livelihoods. Some people come from like Ping said, they come from some rough times. But Jordan's times wasn't easy either. Okay. It's all about behavior. It's all about how you behave. It doesn't matter rich, poor, what color, does not matter. Okay. And the fact of the matter is, if you're going to be great, you got to be great to be great. And he's great, but he's not the greatest.
Alan, what I'm trying to make you understand, when you grow up in a household, there's a mom and a dad, especially among African American people,
which he had. Yeah, Jordan did have. Yep.
Exactly. Okay.
Yep.
We still don't know who LeBron's dad is.
No.
Your chances of making it are a lot better. And see, I had the opportunity to give LeBron's high school coach a ride to the airport. And this is what he told me. He said, Coach, LeBron was on his way to prison. He was in gangs, he was gang banging, and an AAU coach went to his mom and asked her, hey, can I adopt him? Can I have him? Can I keep him?
Was AAU, yeah.
Okay. And so what I'm trying to make you understand, Alan, is when you come from those type of beginnings, you're very few kids get an opportunity for that to happen to. Okay.
Right.
For him to come from those type of beginnings, okay, and to be where he is today, to get three of his friends, three of his partners, and make them millionaires. How many people did Jordan do that way? How many of his friends did he take? Say, come on, guys, come on with me. I'm gonna make you a millionaire.
Well, Jordan helped a lot of people. Don't.
No. I'm three of your friends, three guys that you just be friends.
Well, how about the guy you met at the airport that he helped when he flew into Chicago? He made him a permanent driver for 25 years or whatever that he is. Jordan did a lot of that too.
No, Alan, you got it wrong. You check your facts.
No, I'm telling you, I read the book. I read his biography. He literally got picked up at the airport because his original driver wasn't there or something. And there's this young guy from North Carolina, has no idea what's going on. and he runs into some dude at the airport and he says, well, I have a car available. I think it was some like his ride didn't show up.
And what's the
He
guy's
said,
name?
I'll go. And then they
What's the
became
guy's
friends
name?
forever. They've been
Who?
friends ever since.
No. You know who I'm talking about. You know the guys I'm talking about, okay?
The guys he played with.
No, one guy he played with, one guy he met that was selling jerseys, and another guy basically.
Oh, that's right, the Jersey guy. Yeah.
So how many did Jordan do that to? Let's name 3 of his buddies and stuff that he said, come on, man, come with me and stuff, and I'm gonna make you a millionaire.
Well, he's had people he's helped though, and that's
okay.
irrelevant. And that's irrelevant to basketball.
Okay.
That's irrelevant to the basketball. We could say that about Shaquille.
Who?
Shaquille O'Neal helped a guy who had his car get broken, and he bought him a new Jeep.
Exactly. So what I'm saying is, it's not just LeBron on the court; it's what he's done off the court.
But that doesn't make him the best player. It makes him a good man.
But hey, Alan, you just told me that there were other writers, but you thought you were the best. What's the difference in what LeBron's saying and what you're saying?
No, I say I'm better. I don't say I'm the best.
But that means you're better than everybody else.
No, I just say if you compare me to certain people, I'll say I'm better.
Are you better than Mike Pinedo?
Who?
Mike
I'm not going to call out my coworkers. Are you kidding me right now?
Well,
I'm not going to call out my coworkers.
Hey, but I'm just saying. Are you?
I'm not calling out my coworkers. That's unprofessional. Good or bad. I'll tell you what, I work with great people, period. I'll say that.
I don't consider myself great, okay?
But I'm not going to compare myself to my coworkers.
Very small, okay? So, but hey, that's me. That's what I think of myself. But you think more of yourself than I think of myself, okay? So what's wrong with LeBron thinking he's the best?
Because he can't back it up.
Okay.
Oh, please. Who is this?
You don't want to go.
But look,
but
that not
through the TV screen. So
no.
Even.
No.
That's what you better have. You better leave her alone because she'll come to your house, Alan. Okay. So
he has not proven that he is the best. He's not proven it. He has not backed it up. He's a hell of a guy, but that's not basketball.
Hey. Who's better than LeBron? That's what she's saying. Who's better than LeBron?
Michael Jordan, LeBron James. Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant. I would argue. I would.
Who living, breathing is better than him?
Jordan, Bryant.
Jordan dead too, as far as basketball is concerned.
Jordan, Bryant.
You don't have no answer.
Rich, I'm gonna take myself out here. I need to go get an
answer. You all right, man. You all right. The clock on the wall say that's all, y'all. But I think
Larry Bird was better overall than LeBron James. He made everyone better.
You would think that. You would.
Oh wow! Come on. Yeah, Larry Bird was cold, but better than LeBron. That's a whole other show right now.
Before his back injuries, he was an incredibly good athlete. People don't realize that. There's video of him when he can move.
No, Larry Bird is Larry Bird was cold.
He could shoot better, he could pass better, and he led better. Don't forget, when he was at Indiana State, he took a team of nobodies to an NCAA final game.
Yeah, LeBron. Well, he did the same thing in Cleveland back in 07.
That's right. I was just going to say,
you know what I'm saying?
If he had kept that formula, he would have been LeBron. LeBron would have probably been the best player that ever played, arguably, if he had kept that same mindset he had in 07. Because that team see, here's the difference. People like to give Iverson all this credit for 01. He had the best coach coaching that team in 01, the Sixers. Okay, that was a defensive team coached by a phenomenal defensive coach. Cavs did not have a very good coach when LeBron led that team to the finals. Okay, so what LeBron did is exceptionally better than what AI did because the teams were both equally bad and LeBron had no help at all from the coaching, nothing. So what he did in 07 was so good. I was pulling for him the whole way. But I think then he kind of got caught up in this thing where it was like, I got to win so bad. And it's almost like he didn't think about doing it the way he had done it. And he started and he blamed people for everything else. Now, I do agree with him that the management team did not help him in Cleveland. They didn't do very well. But the thing is it happened at other places in the past. Jordan didn't always have great players and he stuck it out. And that's the thing. He finally got a couple guys and they started winning. But really, he had like one great player and one decent player, one good player, and a bunch of role players. That's it. It was a bunch of role players. So,
but look,
I mean, Jordan took what he had and won with it.
But look, Alan, man, look, we've gone way past, man, and the clock on the wall says that's all, y'all. I need to get in here and check on my pregnant wife, man, and make sure she gets some dinner as well as my boys. But hey, Alan, man, I enjoyed it. Everybody that tuned in and watched, man. There was a lot of y'all, man. I can't even begin to shout out all the people on here, man. But everyone who watched, man, I thank you, man. Y'all go check out Alan's YouTube page. It's called The Americans, I believe. He could tell you real quick. What is it called, Alan?
The Americans Destroying USA's Poison.
Okay, y'all go check
it in this country and all the things that are ruining us.
So. All right, y'all go check that out on YouTube. Also check out On the Other Hand Sports on YouTube and Grip It and Rip It Sports. And I'll be putting out something here shortly after I get all my ducks in a row here in my house. But man, we thank y'all for me, J.R. Wilson, for my father, Ping Wilson, for Mr. Alan Dale. We thank y'all. Continue, man, to stick with us. Share this link with your people, man. And look, we're going to keep giving y'all our expert analysis. And I hope y'all enjoyed the show today. Grace and peace to all y'all.